Welcome to the Pro Aging Podcast. I'm Steve Gurney, founder of the Positive Aging community. We're thrilled to have you join us for interactive discussions with pioneers and thought leaders on a wide variety of topics related to aging and longevity. These insightful discussions and the Positive Aging Sourcebook are brought to you thanks to the support from our Positive Aging community champions. Visit proaging.com to connect with them and discover hundreds of valuable other resources. We're excited to have you with us today, so let's jump into an engaging Positive Aging live and interactive discussion.
Today we're plunging into a topic that's becoming increasingly vital for, well, pretty much all of us. Solo aging.
It really is not just a niche group anymore.
Exactly. Our mission here is to unpack what solo aging really means today and, arm you with some practical strategies. We want you to feel equipped to build a solid support system, whatever your situation.
Yeah, and we've looked at a lot of material articles, expert takes, research.
Yeah, they have, trying to boil it down to the essentials for you. Okay, let's get into it.
Well, what's really striking is how the whole idea of solo aging has shifted.
How so?
For a long time, it mostly meant people aging without a spouse or adult kids nearby. Maybe widowed, divorced, never married, never had children. That sort of picture.
The traditional view.
Right. But the sources we looked at, they paint a much broader picture now. Anyone really could find themselves navigating later life more independently than they expected.
So even if you're married now or have a big family, this could still apply down the line.
Absolutely. Longevity is a big factor. Unexpected life changes, too. It's less about your current status and more about preparing for possibilities.
It's like we're all potentially solo agers in training then, preparing for a future where maybe the usual safety nets aren't quite the same.
That's a great way to put it. And think about the numbers. By 2050, something like 88 million people aged 65 plus.
Wow.
Yeah. And while maybe a quarter of boomers didn't have kids, we also know statistically one spouse nearly always outlives the other.
Right.
But this isn't about being negative. It's really about empowerment. Planning ahead means you're taking control, shaping your future, not just reacting if a crisis hits.
And what's really caught my eye? The language change. We used to hear LS orphan.
Yeah, that term just feels so heavy, depressing, really.
It does. But solo aging, that feels different.
It really does. Dr. Sara Zeff Geber coined it around 2013, apparently, and it's really taken off, especially post-pandemic.
Why do you think that is?
Well, it implies agency, taking ownership, actively planning. It shifts the focus from abandonment or lack to self-determination. It's proactive.
Okay, so it's a mindset shift as much as anything.
Yeah.
So what does this actually mean for you, the listener? The sources are clear.
Yeah.
This isn't about tackling just one thing, like finances.
No, it's definitely holistic. Think of it like a pie, maybe, or an ecosystem. All the pieces are connected. If one part's weak, the whole thing suffers.
Right. So how do we approach planning this ecosystem comprehensively?
Good question. Our research points to 6 key dimensions. They all kind of weave together.
6 dimensions. Okay, let's break those down. Where do we start? Often feels like the legal and financial stuff is the big scary one.
Yeah, it's often where people think they should start, but it can feel overwhelming. But yes, getting those safeguards in place is critical.
So what are the absolute must-haves there?
Number 1, power of attorney, both for finances and for medical decisions. This is the person who steps in if you can't make decisions yourself.
Right. Seems straightforward, but
the challenge, especially for solo agers, is finding that trustworthy person. And here's the crucial bit from the sources. You need to build that trust way before you need it.
So not a last-minute scramble.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
And get this, while family often fills these roles, statistics actually show a lot of financial abuse against older adults comes from relatives.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So for solos without an obvious family choice, or maybe even if there are concerns, there are options. Licensed professional fiduciaries in some states can handle finances. Daily money managers can help with bills, organization.
Okay.
But the key is vetting thoroughly. Even if it is family, it takes time, multiple conversations. You establish these relationships before things get difficult.
That's a really important point about building trust proactively. Okay, so beyond the legal papers, what about actual medical care? And, maybe just as vital, preventing emergencies in the first place?
Right. So proactive health planning. That means things like advanced care directives, your living will, and appointing that medical power of attorney or proxy.
Again, trust is key there.
Absolutely, but also deep understanding. Does this person truly get your values, your wishes about healthcare, end-of-life choices? And here's something interesting from one article we saw. It mentioned a study where older adults often found time with friends or neighbors more enjoyable than time with family.
Really?
Yeah, which kind of speaks to the value of having a broad, diverse support network for these big health conversations, not just relying on one or two people.
Makes sense. What else on the health front?
Fall prevention. Hugely important, especially for solo agers. Falls are a massive danger.
So practical things.
Exactly. Simple home mods, grab bars, better lighting, clearing pathways. Seems small, but these things can become huge barriers if you don't address them ahead of time.
Okay, so the home environment itself is part of the plan. Which leads us to housing. Where you live, how it supports you. That's a massive piece of the puzzle.
Oh, absolutely. A fundamental question. Where do you want to age? Stay put, age in place, or maybe move to a senior living community?
What are the trade-offs there?
Well, aging in place is popular, but your home needs to be safe and accessible. Think no step entry, wide doorways, bathroom on the main floor.
Practicalities.
Right. But here's the potential downside for solos. Staying alone in a big suburban house can lead to serious isolation, especially if driving becomes an issue.
Hadn't thought of that connection.
Yeah. Whereas many senior communities are actually designed to combat isolation. They offer activities, transport, built-in support if something happens.
Okay. Other options?
Definitely. Home sharing is getting more attention. Finding a homemate.
Like a roommate?
Sort of, yeah. Reduces isolation, provides mutual support, can be more affordable. There are even organizations, like one in Tucson mentioned, that help match people.
Interesting.
And then there's the village concept. Grassroots groups, part of the village-to-village network often. Neighbors helping neighbors stay in their homes longer, pooling resources.
That idea of community is a perfect bridge to the next dimension, which feels like, well, the real heart of it for so many. Avoiding loneliness, staying connected.
It really is.
Our sources talk about loneliness being like a pandemic among older adults.
Yeah.
And the health impacts. Wow. Medical issues, mental health, even faster Alzheimer's progression with social isolation.
It's devastating. And meaningful connection is often, undervalued in our society. But it's essential. Building the age-diverse and robust support network, your personal village, is critical for solo agers.
But that sounds hard,
Well,
especially if you're introverted or haven't made new friends in years.
It takes work. Intentional effort. It doesn't just happen. Remember that dementia stat. Social isolation can increase the risk by something like 40%.
40%. Okay, so how do you start?
Well, a good tip is figure out what brings you joy. Hobbies, interests, connection often follows passion.
Makes sense.
Then actually do things. Engage. Local villages, senior centers, often called active adult communities, now meetup groups, even online places like Stitch or Nextdoor.
What about smaller groups?
Yeah, the research highlighted forming small peer advisory groups. Like there's a successful solo aging group in Oregon, Viva Village. People get together, talk practical solutions, support each other. It's not therapy. It's about positive, practical discussion.
Okay, connection is key. Now, technology. For a lot of people, that feels like another barrier, maybe intimidating. But it can be a tool here, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it's a growing area of support, especially with, labor shortages and senior care.
How so? Examples.
Well, get this. There are apps, like one called MemoMate, that help you tell your life story by asking questions. Sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
But in testing, people using it actually felt less lonely and isolated. Isn't that something?
Wow. That's unexpected.
Totally. And then there are platforms specifically for older adults, Get Set Up, Tech Enhanced Life, AARP's OTANs, Cyber Seniors, Senior Planet, loads of them offering free tech training, online communities, helps people stay connected, learn skills, even stay safe online.
And I guess technology helps bridge distances too. Connect with people far away.
Exactly. That's a huge benefit for building that diverse support system. Geography becomes less of a barrier.
Okay, so tech helps extend your reach.
Yeah.
But sometimes, friends or family just aren't available or maybe not the right fit for certain roles. That's where professionals come in.
Yes, and this is a really vital piece of the support structure. Professionals like aging life care manager.
Sometimes called geriatric care managers.
Or same thing. And also independent patient advocates. These folks can be invaluable.
What do they actually do?
Aging life care managers can do assessments, help with medication management, coordinate care, They're kind of like your personal guide through the aging process. Patient advocates, that field really took off around 2009. They help you navigate the healthcare maze.
Insurance appeals, understanding treatments.
Exactly. They don't usually give direct medical or legal advice, but they provide information, support, help you ask the right questions. And what's interesting is that many of them, like a couple mentioned in the sources, Nancy Ruffner and Aileen Gerhardt, are solo agers themselves.
Well, so they really get it.
They bring that firsthand understanding. But again, like with fiduciaries, you need to clarify roles, vet them carefully, make sure it's a good fit.
Okay, we've covered these 6 dimensions. That's a lot to think about. And it feels like this solo aging plan isn't some fixed checklist you just complete.
That's such a critical point. It's absolutely a living document, meaning it's not set in stone. It has to adapt. Your health changes, your wishes might change, your circumstances change. The real power isn't in having a rigid plan. It's in the process of planning. It shifts your mindset. It moves you from just reacting to problems, maybe in crisis mode, to what some call possibility thinking, looking ahead, preparing, feeling empowered.
I like that, possibility thinking. Okay, one more angle. What about looking beyond borders? For the adventurous, or maybe for cost reasons, international aging?
Yeah, that definitely comes up. For some people, living abroad is a really appealing option, often more affordable.
Where do you even start researching that?
There are publications like International Living that do deep dives into different countries. They look at incentives, cost of living, healthcare access.
But it can't just be about cost, right?
No, absolutely not. That's the crucial nuance. You have to research the culture, really consider if you can integrate, build a real social network there. Because aging while anywhere isn't just about saving money. It's fundamentally about community, connection, belonging.
We have definitely covered a lot of ground today. From really defining solo aging in today's world to digging into those 6 key planning dimensions.
Yeah, it's a big topic.
But the main takeaway seems clear. Planning for solo aging isn't about, bracing for the worst. It's actually about empowering yourself.
Exactly. Empowering yourself to live a life that's purposeful, connected, happy, whatever the future might bring.
And it seems like because this demographic is growing so fast.
Right. There are more resources, more innovative solutions popping up than ever before. Organizations, thought leaders, they're really working to reframe the conversation, move past the negativity.
Towards celebrating independence, connection.
Yes. Independence, resilience, connection, purposeful living. Honestly, it's kind of an exciting time to be tackling this, whether you're a solo ager now or planning for it.
So listening to this, what's one single step you could take today to start building your plan, your support system?
Just one small thing.
Yeah. Think about which of those dimensions really hit home for you. Maybe it's looking up a professional fiduciary in your area, or just reaching out to a friend to start talking about, say, shared housing ideas, or maybe exploring a new community group, online or off.
That first step is key.
It really is. Remember, that journey towards a future where you feel supported and secure. It starts with that first intentional action.